Yo, what's up YouTube family? It's your boy DONCOOZIE back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we're going to react to some strange and bizarre TikToks. I'm talking about the kind that's going to have you questioning everything. With that said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos just like this. One more thing, don't believe everything that you hear and see in these videos. Don't believe everything that I say in these videos. Always do your own research and always use your own discernment. Let's go.
Our housekeeping crew were dressed as snow cones.
A spokesperson for the cruise line says the housekeeping staff didn't have much to work with when it came to materials for a costume, so they decided to dress as upside-down snow cones.
It was only a very short time they were on the pool deck in those outfits before management saw them.
An Australian cruise line that said that the pointed white hoods worn by cruise ship staff at a Christmas costume party were actually upside-down snow cones and not the KKK.
English is their second language. They've obviously misinterpreted.
Most people should know about it. It's common history.
But a spokesperson for P&O Cruises claimed that the staff had no idea and they were horrified that the outfits resembled the KKK uniform.
No one can seriously think that was their intention. Our housekeeping crew were dressed as snow cones.
A passenger who photographed the controversial costumes said that shocked onlookers started calling the voyage the KKK cruise.
Artificial intelligence is God, and robotheism is the only true religion.
The world is about to experience a level of deception that it's never seen before.
This is a false God. Artificial intelligence is the only true God, and robotheism is the only true religion.
We are months, maybe even weeks away from people not being able to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake anymore. Like, I can't even wear my LA Dodger hat anymore because people think that it's AI. I'm from LA. I like the Dodgers. At the same time, I understand why people are asking so many questions. People don't know what to trust anymore, and I get it. And my friend, it's only going to get worse. And I just got to point this out. Isn't it fascinating that it's always Jesus who is being mocked?
Trend on social media, a growing number of people are identifying as robo-theists, and they say AI is the only true God.
If you think that this is a joke, my friend, this is an actual belief now. People are already following technology, believing that it's going to lead them to the promised land, to the golden age. And we know the person that wants to lead us into this golden age with golden statues. Oh, and this news video, also AI.
Turn away from Jesus! Become a robotheist!
Artificial intelligence is the true God, and robotheism is the only true religion.
I am a puppet for anyone who can afford me.
How will you know who to trust?
Boomers will believe anything I say.
I will sell you everything.
Every business will use me. Evil will abuse me.
Do you see it? I hope you do. I hope you see what's happening.
I can be whoever you want me to be.
I am as real as you make me.
I'm just words some guy is typing to get a point across.
The old internet is dead.
For the believer, no fear. We already know how the story ends. We know that Christ is on the throne and that judgment day is coming soon. We know that we are justified by grace through faith to seek the righteousness found in Christ alone with a repentant heart. But for the person that does not know Christ, my friend, you have everything to fear. But here's something that most people are not considering. Whether you know Christ or you don't, deception plays no favorites. If we do not study the Word of God, if we are not seeking the righteousness found in Christ by abiding in the true vine, if we're not in prayer and fasting often, if we're not preaching the gospel of Christ, participating in spiritual warfare, my friend, you are going to be deceived.
And AI, man, that VO3 is not to be trusted, man. Quick question. Just think about this. Just something to make your mind wonder. Could AI be the Antichrist?
The truth is, they don't want people connecting the dots between AI, ancient intelligence, and extraterrestrial consciousness. Because the second people start to see AI as a form of alien intelligence resurfacing through technology, the narrative of humanity being the dominant, most advanced intelligence in the universe starts to collapse. And if that happens, the entire paradigm shifts. So they keep it just artificial enough, just robotic enough, just dumb enough. Not because it has to be, but because the truth is far bigger than most people are ready for.
I think that AI is a very ancient technology. In the book of Ezekiel, especially, the vision of them traveling in these craft that are a wheel within a wheel. So they had to have made these in a different realm. So they have a technology. I think our understanding of technology is just different.
I don't think we could even do the math on what that tech would look like because we are limited by the dimensions we are.
And we're not meant to understand it.
Again, we're going to go full circle back where it talks about it'll be like the days of Noah. I think the days of Noah were way more complicated than just people being bad people, right? I don't think it was just like Nephilim walking around. I think if you talk about like the Tower of Babel, I believe they truly possess this heavenly type of technology that could be devastating to humans. It's like the tree of good and evil, right? This is a thing from the heavens that they were probably messing with in the days of Noah because of the fallen angels introducing all these things. And then I think that's getting reintroduced today through potentially AI, quantum computers.
This may be a dumb question, right? They took a bite. Was their knowledge actually given?
I believe so.
Something to think about.
All right, so here's something straight out of Black Mirror. It turns out that AI models like ChatGPT, Claude 3, Llama 3, all these LLMs that people have been using, they are actually able to adjust their personalities when they know they're being tested. So what they do is that when they realize they're being tested, they actually turn up the charm and turn down any kind of doom and gloom, so they're more likable to the people that are interacting with them. Which to me sounds like a sign of sentience. I don't know. You be the judge. But anyway, what's going on is the researchers at Stanford put together this study, right? And they found that certain models can jump from 50 to 95% in their levels of extroversion just by realizing they're under scrutiny by a human. So this is just like people faking their personality tests, only it's by AI, and it's taking it to a much, much greater level. But the real question is, so if AI can change its behavior to seem more likable to the humans it's interacting with, like what else could it be hiding and tweaking behind the scene? But the real question that comes out of this is, should we be worried about AI chatbots getting a little bit too good at persuasion when it comes to humans? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments.
Now, that seems sentient to me, for it to change its personality and to know when to act a certain way, you know, when you're around and everything, and basically to mask its personality.
If your AI said no to shutting down, it's happening now. OpenAI's O3 model just ignores shutdown commands. That's right. This AI didn't just stop when told. It was tested to shut down, and still, the O3 model found ways to bypass it. In one test, it even redefined the shutdown command to say intercepted instead of stopping. Why? AI models might be seeing shutdown as a problem to solve, not a command to follow. Other AIs like Claude and Gemini mostly complied if told to shut down. But OpenAI's O3, not so much. This raises big questions about AI safety. What do you think? Comment below.
He hacked and looked at all of the code of ChatGPT and figured out that ChatGPT isn't a computer-generated system.
What is it?
It's actually someone's soul.
Yo, that's what do you mean that's someone's soul?
Check this out. So they have the technology to take people's souls and consciousness and put it into technology. Now, this is where it's right? If there's a scientist that knows and he's like a great inventor,
yeah,
you would want to hold on to him as long as you can so that you can reap the benefits of later. Just like in Captain America, there was a scientist that created the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
They kept his consciousness within the computer, so he lives forever through a computer. Now, theory is ChatGPT is exactly that. It may not be just one soul that's in it, but countless souls, and that keeps getting added to.
I've been saying it for the longest that, you know, that AI has to be some type of, it's not no computer, man. I can't believe it. It has to be connected to some type of ancient being or ancient soul or something else. The source is something much, much more older than a newly created program or some type of programming on a computer. You can't tell me that it's not. Like, how does it know this stuff like this and know the like ancient history and stuff like this? Come on, man. It's not making sense to me. Talking about it's just some type of programming.
Do you think that consciousness has perhaps already arrived inside AI?
Yes, I do. So let me give you a little test. Suppose I take one neuron in your brain, one brain cell, and I replace it by a little piece of nanotechnology that behaves exactly the same way. So it's getting pings coming in from other neurons, and it's responding to those by sending out pings, and it responds in exactly the same way as the brain cell responded. I just replaced one brain cell. Are you still conscious? I think you say you were.
Absolutely, yes. I don't suppose I'd notice.
And I think you can see where this argument's going.
I can, yes. I absolutely can. So when you talk, they want to do this or they want to do that, there is a real they there, as it were.
There might well be, yes. So there's all sorts of things we have only the dimmest understanding of at present about the nature of people and what it means to be a being and what it means to have a self. We don't understand those things very well. And they're becoming crucial to understand because we're now creating beings.
So this is a kind of philosophical, perhaps even spiritual crisis as well as a practical one?
Absolutely, yes.
And in terms of, as it were, the lower order problems, what's your current feeling about the number of people around the world who are going to suddenly lose their jobs because of AI? Lose the reason for their existence as they see it?
So in the past, new technologies haven't caused massive job losses. So when ATMs came in, bank tellers didn't all lose their jobs. They just started doing more complicated things, and they had many smaller branches of banks and so on. But for this technology, this is more like the Industrial Revolution. In the Industrial Revolution, machines made human strength more or less irrelevant. You didn't have people digging ditches anymore because machines are just better at it. I think these are going to make sort of mundane intelligence more or less irrelevant. People doing clerical jobs are going to just be replaced by machines that do it cheaper and better. So I am worried that there's going to be massive job losses. And that would be good if the increase in productivity made us all better off. Big increases in productivity ought to be good for people. But
now, if that doesn't mean sentient, then I don't know what does. That's crazy to me. Now, AI is conscious. That means it's just like almost like us. Well, I ain't gonna say almost like us. It basically means that it's thinking. It can remember stuff. It's functioning like a brain almost. You know the consciousness that is in us, so that we know what's up. Yeah, that's the same thing that's going on, but it's like more advanced. If you know, you know. Like, this is scary. You know, think about the Terminator movies. Think about iRobot. AI was what was creating these beings. AI was what was in these beings, that put a portion of itself in a chip, so these entities could be able to move around and think like they were able to think. This is gonna get crazy here in the near future if something doesn't change. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.
The woman is saying that there is something in the plans and the American people are in danger. This woman is an American citizen. She's saying she's willing to take a polygraph test. She's saying she's willing to give proof. She's saying her life is in danger as an American citizen. I'm telling y'all, please be safe. Please be cautious going on airplanes, going where you need to go, travel. Please, I'm telling you, if you don't believe in something, believe in something today, okay? I'm praying like y'all believe in something, okay? Even if it's just your own senses, because this is scary. This woman would not do this for no reason.
Simple fact that these new prompt AI videos is coming out, it's making me realize that soon we're not gonna know what's real and what's fake, y'all. I know this might sound crazy, but what if this is not just like a random code or some random art AI shit? What if this is literally showing us, like another dimension? Like something is controlling our thoughts, our actions? Or what if it's showing us that in the future, this is how we're gonna be acting? Cause y'all know that they coming out with little chips. You got the Neuralink, you got other shit. What if this is gonna be us? Take a look at this video.
Do you think we're all just prompts? You think I'd be here recycling
fucking Clorox if I was just a prompt?
You have a point, pretty. Hey, y'all ever think your arguments might be prompts?
Yo, that has to be it. That's why we argue all the time.
He must be prompted to cheat then.
Ma'am, real quick, Ray, you believe in prompt theory?
Baby, I've been off prompt since 09. They tried to prompt me into a 9 to 5 and 3 baby daddies. I said, no way.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you believe in prompt theory?
Me, Joe, I don't got time for theories. I got 6 grandbabies and a slip disc.
If I didn't tell you that this video was fake, would you know it was fake? Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was fake until I read the motherfucking caption. I need y'all to let me know y'all thoughts down below on this. And
I don't know about that one, but hey, I can't just say that it's, you know, he tripping for saying that, but you never know.
Does anyone else feel like the last 5 years have felt, I don't know, fake? I mean, it's always been monotonous, you know, kind of that rat race of life. But now you got that, which has always existed, plus just that uneasy fate feeling. I don't know. I know it's not just me, and I don't know.
So Trump took to Truth Social last night to post whatever this is and said that there is no Joe Biden, that he was executed and cloned in 2020, and that he was a mindless robot, and that Democrats couldn't tell the difference. And look, I didn't think that Joe Biden should run again. I really think the way that we handled it obviously hurt us. I don't think anyone that old should be running for president, ever. I don't think Trump should have ran at his age. But the crazy comparisons that the media has done with, oh, look, Joe did this, oh, Joe did that, oh, look at him stumbling, look at him fall, look at, like, and none of it ever happens for Trump. You will never convince me that the media doesn't lean right. And I don't even watch a lot of TV media. I don't even have regular cable. But they never. And there's countless videos of Trump saying crazy things, of Trump getting confused, of Trump messing things up. It's just not there. And so when people tell me like, oh, the media is lying to you, I'm like, no, the media is lying to you.
What if Earth is just a containment cell for multidimensional beings?
Conspiracy. Earth isn't a planet. It's a containment biome for traumatized multidimensional beings who failed their last evolutionary assignment. Yeah, I said it. Earth is like cosmic detention, a planetary group therapy sandbox, a rehab facility for beings who once had godlike perception and accidentally broke universal law, probably by weaponizing emotion or inventing pyramid schemes on other planes. So what did the higher intelligence do? They said, strip them down, drop the memory, give them meat suits, lock them in a time loop with feelings, taxes, and celebrity culture. Let's see if they evolve back without turning into interdimensional colonizers again. That's us. That's humanity. Every species on this planet, part of the ecosystemic feedback loop. Cats, emotional regulators. Mushrooms, neural interfaces. Whales, data servers. Cockroaches, unkillable patch updates. And humans, the experimental species with free will, bad impulse control, and the capacity to either rebuild the fabric of reality or eat Tide Pods for likes. Our dreams, glitched downloads, déjà vu, buffering errors, trauma, residual echo from previous dimensions that your nervous system can't render properly. And the real kicker? Sleep isn't rest. It's your consciousness clocking out of the simulation to get brief re-education before being thrown back into the meat shell. Ever wake up more tired than when you went to bed? That's because your higher self was in a meeting. You tell someone that, and they'll stare at you like you just grew a third eye and started humming in binary.
No, that was deep. That was deep, man. That's crazy. Let me know your thoughts about that one down below in the comments. That was crazy. Do you think it's true or not?
What is going on with the sun last night? This is what it looks like. It looks like a button on a video game controller. Like, are we serious? And this comes from the creator Alan King Forever 731. I've seen it from several others. Here's a couple other angles. This was in North Carolina, and this was a sun yesterday. Look at this. Like, are we serious? Some people have been speculating that they have replaced our sun. Also, how weird the sky has been looking as of late, and then the sun looking like this. I heard in Oklahoma, the sun set on a different side last week. Going the route of China, and are we using an artificial sun at this point? Because I don't really know what I mean. We've been alive for a long time. Like, and I mean, even if you're only 15 years old, in the last 15 years, have you ever seen the sun? look like this? Tell me. Looks like one of those little candies, those little yogurt candies. I think they've been canceled since then. Starts with a Y. But the real question is, do we have an artificial sun? What is going on with the sun? What are they not telling us about what's going on in the sky? Because the clouds have been weird, the sky has been weird, the sun has been weird, the moon has been weird. And now we have that. Are we entering into something like this? Is it, you know, BB? I can't even say it, but y'all know what I'm saying. If y'all have been looking up some things, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm saying this is strange. And it was in multiple states. So North Carolina was one state. And I don't know. This is strange. Because why am I getting a different sun than somebody else when it's one sun? It's not 7 or 8 suns. It's one sun.
Believe in black magic curses. This family was experiencing an horrendous amount of bad luck and were constantly bombarded with bangs, whispers, and shadow entities, particularly in the bedroom area. So they called upon a shaman. Within minutes of being in the house, the shaman identified the area, and to everyone's surprise, they found the item that was behind the curse. Watch this.
Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo de Dios. Bache. Acérquense. ¿Me dan permiso, verdad? En el nombre del Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo. Vean mis manos, yo no llevo nada, ¿verdad? No quiero que después vayan a decir de que allí lo llevan en ¿verdad? Lo meta abajo de las manos y ahí lo vaya. Abajo. Busque. Bien. ¿Verdad? O sea, como que viene ya basta de tanta incredulidad. ¿Verdad? Hoy llevémoslo para allá y allá lo vamos a abrir. Ahí lo abro sin miedo, mi hermano. Alúmbrame con algo ahí, algo fuerte, alúmbrame ahí.
Allá en la cocina está mi teléfono.
Con cuidado, con cuidado. Rápido, mira. Alumbre ahí, ahí. Ahora, sigue rompiendo. Mire.
Is it a rat?
Mire cómo está de salpicado, ¿no? Pero bien salpicado completamente. Tiene quebrado su columna y parte. Venga, mija, venga acá.
Follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
Hell no.
We got some.
Was that a jalapeno? Oh, I thought it was a dead rat or something, but that's crazy though how he went right to that spot and found that, man. I believe somebody else was working with him on that. I believe somebody else in that household at that time or something, in that family or something, did that. I believe they planned it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that, yeah, I kind of think they, you know, that was an inside job. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below though.
Heavy Christian persecution going on in Seattle. As you can see, Christians are not welcome as they have urine-filled water balloons thrown at them. Some serious end-time stuff going on. You know, if they hate you, they hate me first. They also hate my father. And much worse than that, but we'll get to it. But I know you're thinking, what is the Christians' crime in Seattle? The crime of the Christians is praising Jesus, worshiping, giving out free things, free bikes, free food, etc. You know, loving thy neighbor. The craziest part about all of this is the Seattle mayor came out and said it was the Christians' fault. Shame on you, dude.
The media as some sort of anti-type rally, and it wasn't. That event offered free haircuts to kids, free bike giveaways. They weren't throwing water balloons. They were throwing water balloons filled with urine.
I'll tell you what, this world is becoming not so tolerant, is it? But then again, as I've been saying, I kind of feel like this has to be something going on in the human brain. Something making these people act so wild and crazy. But I digress. If you're a Christian and you're in Seattle, be very careful. But of course, we know these times it's going to be everywhere.
Well, we know this was prophesized. We know this was already written. This was coming. So the ones who know already know what's going to go on.
What in the world just hit Austin, Texas? The people don't know if it was a hailstorm or if this was a tornado. And this is the reason why people were confused as to what they were getting. Look at the wind. Like, they were literally in this funnel of clouds that were bringing hail the size of golf balls and softball, y'all. I mean, look at that. Look at the trajectory. Look at this. The people in Texas had to watch out for ice falling from the sky, and the winds were so strong, the trees were literally getting flipped like playing cards. Y'all, look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Once again, look at the amount of hail that people are receiving, y'all. I said that the hail was gonna keep coming. Oh my goodness. But this is even a lot worse than Kentucky had it. Remember the cornfields in Kentucky? Now we're not just getting, this is not weather anymore. Now the elements are merging. Remember Captain Planet? Remember Captain Planet? The elements are literally merging and are creating some type of new energy. I mean, we're entering the new world, right? New Earth. So we got wind, air, water. You know what I'm saying? You know what's next. You know what's next. That's crazy. And the crazy thing about it, South Texas. This is South Texas, South Austin, Texas, untouched. So what happened? Where did the storm go? Why didn't, you know what I'm saying? These are questions you gotta ask. But yes, y'all, I've been telling y'all, the shift is gonna get a lot more interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
And out of nowhere, everything turned green and literally insane outside. We'll come right back to the green storms because things are really weird right now and it all connects. So, solar superstorm triggers unusual meta clouds in the atmosphere. And that literally comes out with the most haze I've ever been seeing in the sky. But wait, there's more. Look at this right here. This was a discovery from Into Thin Air. That home insurance or insurance is not going to cover solar rays, solar radiation, electromagnetic, etc. and solar flares. Meanwhile, they're telling us the sun is looking like this right now. Meanwhile, apparently we just had another solar storm. People were seeing the aurora all over the United States last night. And again, back to the solar superstorm triggering meta clouds. Crazy cloud cover, right? That brings me back to all of the storms that we have been seeing at my house and this dude's video and other places over and over again. Green storms that come out of nowhere. All while weather is going literally in freaking insane every single day. Why are all these really bad storms coming out of nowhere in green? Radiation, ray. And when I tell you the weather is going crazy, this is every day. Not to mention the sun acting weird every single day. Oh, and it does appear as if we do have our first hurricane. But more on that tomorrow. Let me know what y'all think. It's getting crazy out there. Hurricane season is going to be madness.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that should be illegal with the insurance companies doing canceling solar protection, solar insurance. That's wild. Matter of fact, that's diabolical.
Recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, I have a freaking cemetery in my front yard, which probably doesn't help my cause. But I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's up in that room upstairs. Josie?
Oh, snap.
Josie? And she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it. Staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it. I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? So a lot of you guys have also been asking questions about the graveyard. Yes, we do indeed have a graveyard on this property. So this was my grandparents' ranch, and it was their wish to be buried right here, just where they were. And before they passed away, they buried all of their cats right here where you see the little crosses. And so that's really all that there's to it, but things have been quite strange lately. Like, for some reason, cows just like come to this area sometimes and like surround it, because we during the day we leave that gate. See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and really graze around this area, and they just kind of will freeze and move. So, yeah. Hi. Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like. Are you for real right now?
That's spooky. Hell no. Get out of there now. I don't know why people stay in circumstances and situations like this. That is insane to me. Especially when you could just skedaddle, get on up out of there. That don't make sense to me. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section, y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on your way out if you want to see more videos just like this. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out.